You telling me alcohol doesn't make everything better?
It's sanitized, right?
It's no germs.
Oh, that's loud. That's loud. Turn this down.
Ramsey was like, I don't like that opening thing. I was like, cool. Who gives a fuck? What does that have to do with anything? Like it never happened.
Welcome to the Riot Squad
Does it
cast.
still work?
My name is Ian Rodriguez, and sitting next to me is the man who tried to destroy our whole operation here by spilling his Coke and whiskey.
2 minutes.
Yeah, like 10 seconds to go. 10 seconds to go as the countdown's going.
Ben's like, put your headphones on.
And then just smack his glass everywhere.
Is my microphone working?
You're good. Hey, man, it's all good. Well, that luxurious, smooth voice is my man, Chris Tucker. How are you doing, sir?
I'm wired. Clearly, it's all that fucking coffee. Is what it is. I had like 6 cups of coffee today. I'm back in school and doing my math homework and studying as hard as I can, trying to be a good father for the boy, a nice example for the children, and I guess a little too much caffeine. We're gonna slow this all down, nice and relaxed, nice and calm. Ed, how are you doing?
I'm doing well, man.
I'm trying to get back. I'm
Trying to get back
normal.
in. And as always, we're joined by producer Ben. Producer Ben, how are you doing today, man?
A little worried, man. Hopefully the show doesn't short out in the middle.
If anyone listening on the live stream can let us know that all of our microphones are working, that would be
Yeah.
that'd be fantastic. Do you have that up, Ed? Are you paying attention to the YouTube feed?
Yeah, I'm just posting on our Twitter that we are live, so people can find us.
Yeah, not a lot of people know we're there yet. I can see.
We got 173 YouTube subscribers. You see that?
Yeah, but we got 7 people following us right now. Or 7 live listeners.
Okay.
Tucker, how's everything been going, man?
Math.
You doing
Just math.
schooling, man?
Just math all day long. It's consistently. My whole world.
Or for our boy James, math is...
Maths.
Maths.
To our English friends, our Doctor Who fans. Maths. All day. Math and caffeine, man.
But you've been doing alright, man? School's not kicking your ass yet, or...?
Oh, that's the thing. Those are 2 separate issues that you're talking about. School is actively kicking me square in the dick, but I'm okay. I'm succeeding. I'm doing well at it, and I'm for the first time in my life, in all honesty, for the first time since maybe it's a hard end there. For the first time since the 3rd grade, give or take, maybe 4th. You know, where you kind of peak, or I peaked anyway. I'm actually trying and applying myself and doing well in school, so it's been great, man.
Yeah, I wouldn't know what that is. I'm like 4-time college dropout, so...
Oh, it's racist. They're racist, that one.
Yeah, man, come on,
They're
dude.
right on the border of being racist.
Ben, how you been doing with your school, man?
Pretty good, man. I took a winter session class that kicked my ass. I mean, 4 weeks for that class. It kicked my ass.
Well, are you willing to say what the class was in? What
It was an upper division philosophy prereq that I needed to finish, and it was like
I would pay to watch Ben in a philosophy class and to try to figure out how that brain works, like everything that's going on.
As he's like,
Inside
we
that
need to have like a
Hey,
test
you,
and all that
I mean,
classes going on.
you want to talk meditations on first philosophy and Descartes? Hey, I'm your guy, man.
Descartes is fucking dope. I was always a Soren Kierkegaard guy, just because his philosophy of religion was like,
See, I thought
if you're going to be about it, you got to be about it.
Yeah.
Bullshit.
I was more of like a Picard guy.
John Luke.
Yeah. Let's talk about, right? Talk about Star Trek.
That was probably your best bit that you've ever had on the show.
You're good not being at
Yeah,
school.
I'm good, baby. I'm good. Yeah, I'm good.
You found a woman to love you. What do you need?
Come on.
She's stuck. Where's she going to go?
Yeah, she's married now. I'll get half of her shit.
She ain't stuck yet, man. You gotta have kids, then she's stuck.
Great provider.
No, I think that's the other way around.
No, then she's, well, that's true, then you're
In your
stuck,
case,
yeah.
It's not the other way around.
Yeah, exactly.
You need to lock that woman. You need to lock those ovaries down. Make sure you keep,
I'll tell her that when I get home. I'm like, baby, the guys told me you gotta lock your ovaries down.
smacks you inside the head.
Let's make babies.
Talk about my ovaries on there.
Ben, you gotta turn your mic down from the
Yeah, I know.
feed. Oh, you
Yeah, I see it. Yeah, I gotta turn them all down, actually.
Oh yeah, Big Tony saying that we're
Yeah,
Anyways.
we're a little loud.
What's been going on with you guys, man? Other than school, like
You know what? Watch the game over the weekend. That was all right. You know, I mean, getting to see the G's on TV again. That was cool.
It's nice overall to see him, but it's strange in the like training top. Like everyone got so
Oh, I dig that training top.
But everyone got
I
so
want that
like
training
jizz
top.
heavy about the 5 stars coming back and having it looking the way it should, and then the very next time you see him, it's like no stars at all.
No names,
No names,
nothing.
no stars, just numbers. Nice old school feel. I did like those jerseys though. It's nice to see that total blue from top to bottom.
Oh, the first thing I did when I got in the stadium, because I did go to the game on Saturday, was go into the Team LA store and took a picture of the 5-star jersey.
Yeah, I haven't seen it. I haven't seen it like.
Yeah, I'll show you to you later.
Okay.
Yeah, but it's beautiful. Oh, it's beautiful.
It's pretty.
Yeah, and it's the first time I've been in a Team LA store while like a game was about to start, where there's literally nobody in there.
How much
It
is
was
it?
very nice.
You see?
The jerseys?
Yeah.
Too much.
That's too much. Ballpark.
They're probably like, what are they, like 140 now? Like
Probably. Yeah.
for Authentics, like 160.
Authentics. Nah, I think Authentics are more than that. They're like 180
Did you see
in stadium. Probably more than that.
Were there any like any goalkeeper jerseys? Because I hear they're doing away with those.
Oh, someone told me that in like the Team LA store proper, like downstairs in the front, they still had them.
Oh, you were at the one inside the stadium.
It's inside the stadium.
Oh, I see.
Yeah. The
Which one? The one? I mean the one that's over by where the Fan Fest type thing is, or the other one that's kind of where you walk in from the tailgate?
You know how wonderful the people at now Dignity Health Sports Park are.
Diggity.
These people were the smart people that scheduled a boxing match and a preseason Galaxy game in the same night. So about a quarter, that whole, what is it, the south end, was blocked off. There was no Fan Fest area because they had to corner that off for the boxing match.
Yeah, I was going to ask you that because I noticed on TV that area was totally different. Because they showed the Team LA store that's at that end, that's I guess the south end of the stadium, and none of the booths were there, nothing was there, and I was thinking maybe they decided to change things up, and
Nope, that was because the boxing match was going on at the same time.
so you couldn't like walk back and forth between the two.
Your very first preseason game of the year.
See that actually it would have been cool if you could have walked back and forth between the two.
Yeah. But so I went to the one that was nearest where Lars entered. So what is that, the northeast?
Northeast.
Yeah, northeast.
So that one completely empty, and I was just walking through looking at the stuff. Nothing really new. I didn't see anything new from this year, but maybe they'll bust that out like when the season actually starts.
Yeah, let's not get crazy. I'm not
I
holding my
think
breath
Chris-
for anything new.
I think Chris really did mess up our whole shit.
That's what I'm hearing. I'm hearing there's a strong possibility I may have fucked this up.
The quality is bad, and Ben's mic is really loud, is what
All right.
Andrew's saying. Well, this might be just the last episode, guys.
Whiskey Cast, what are you gonna do?
Yeah, what are you gonna do? Hopefully we can make it better. Sound is no bueno. Coming from Chalupa Batman. Galaxy World Order in the house. Shout out.
Is it too low or too high? What's up?
Let us know, guys, in the live chat if it's sounding any better. Should we just move on?
Yeah,
Let's just
we're recording. I'll listen back to the recording. If nothing else, the podcast will be okay. I can see it's running hot. It looks like it's running hot. Yeah.
Big Tony saying it sounds like Ed's and Chris's personal mics aren't working.
Oh well.
Well, we're gonna move on. Ben, do you want to play that jingle? Let's get some Lars news.
It sounds like we're sharing a mic.
All right, so not much going on right now. We're waiting to hear back from our Lars peeps and what's going on with the team. I know they just had a meeting the Thursday before the preseason game, so more information can come out with like 1:30 AC is going to be soon. Also, there's gonna be like a lot of things going on. Like the state of the squad will be on the last preseason game.
I hate to interrupt this, but I think we got the audio fixed. If someone could let us know, that'd be great. Ed,
We'd
continue
appreciate that. Ed, please.
Yeah, thank you. If you guys in live chat, if you guys want to let us know if our mics are sounding better, let us know. This is going to sound great for the podcast people.
Yeah. Well, you guys should definitely
on.
download this.
You should be watching live anyways. So
Well, no, if they're watching live, everything's
Yeah, that's fine. It's fine. So yeah, like I said, last preseason of the game will be the state of the squad. It usually happens at the stadium. I know. Was it last year that it was actually like in the underground tunnel or whatever? That like what do they call it now? That
Champions Lounge.
Champions Lounge.
I can't
yeah.
believe I dropped whiskey all over this like 10 seconds before we started.
Ben just gonna like bill you. He'll bill you later.
Yeah. Well, I have no money, so
There you
you're
go.
fucked, man.
So just keep looking at the socials. Follow Riot Squad on Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, all that stuff, and that's where you get all the information. We'll also relay it to you guys
As best we can.
as best we can. And if you guys listened to our show last week, we do have our very own website now. If you go to riotSquadcast.com.
You'll get there.
Oh, yeah, eventually. We have a bunch of stuff up there. I know Chris is very excited, and our boy Hugo. We have the Squadcast FIFA updates that have been happening.
I'm literally updating it as we speak.
And the games have been going on, so these things are getting updated as like on like a weekly basis. You guys are going to do that?
Updating them?
Yeah.
I updated it 2 days ago. I'm updating it now. It should be updated in another couple days. Our seasons are going to run, or our weeks rather, are going to run from Wednesday to Wednesday. So no later than probably Saturday of every week. The current week will get updated, and then we'll update it again before the show.
Right on. And then we also have, if you guys have gone to riotsquadcast.com, you've seen we have, not only do we have the FIFA update, the FIFA Squadcast up there, we do have our sponsors. I know you guys have listened. We do have our sponsors that are back with us this week, and we'll get into that a little bit later on. But you can easily click on the links there. You can also go. We have a shirt up there, Chris, and people have been buying. Thank you guys so much.
Fucking rocking this bitch right now.
Chris is rocking his Squadcast shirt as we speak right now.
Spilling whiskey all over it.
And if you have ordered your shirt from last week and this week, Ben is shipping those out this Friday. So you should have those by the beginning of next week.
Which also, beginning of next week. Which also means if you plan on getting one, now would be a great time because
Yes.
you're just going to get lumped into the one that's going to go out for the end of this week.
Yeah. So Ben is putting those orders out at the end of the week. So if you guys do want to order a shirt, get on that. We do appreciate that. They run small to double X. But if you
Small
need
to double X. If you need anything larger, let us know, and Ben will work it out with you.
send an email to show@riotsquadcast.com and Ben can work it out with you guys.
We'll get it. If you're look, there's a lot of hefty dudes in Lars. We'll figure it out if you need. If
Yeah.
you're trying to represent.
Ben said he had to already do another order of double X's.
Yeah, he was like, all the fat fucks who listen to your show, we're out of double X's. So we're not out. We're getting close.
Oh no, he said he ran out. Like he had
Are we done with double X's?
Like he has to make some more orders. So I mean,
fucked up.
Yeah, we're some pretty big people in here.
No, I mean it's fucked up that enough people would want it. That I mean, we recorded on Thursday.
Well, I think also you're not expecting to have a lot of double X's.
Oh, well, he's a fool.
Yeah.
He is a goddamn. Do you remember when Skinner ordered all those shirts and there was a whole bunch of regular larges and mediums? He's like, you really just look around, man.
Know
Look
your
at
audience,
friends.
man.
Know your audience.
dude.
Know your friends. Mediums aren't really necessary.
Yeah, that's why everything that always goes first are the extra larges. And
But
the
we
larges.
do. I mean, to cut in, if I may, we really appreciate the response from everyone regarding the T-shirt and the request form. We had some people order. We had a couple people ordering one for them and their spouse. We had some people ordering multiple just for them. It's great, and we appreciate it, and all of it's going back into the show. So thank you very much. We appreciate it, and it's still our show as much as it is yours.
And then keep an eye out. We are in the middle of getting some more stuff up there.
You see somebody made a Riot Squadcast
Sandals.
sandals.
Yeah, that was amazing.
Size 10, and you're never going to get them.
Yeah.
They'll arrive with your Omar Gonzalez locker.
I got mine.
Your locker?
Yeah.
I've never even seen one.
I'll bring it next week.
You should leave it in here somewhere.
I got to bring a bunch of stuff. I just got stuff laying in boxes right now.
Everything that Denise is going to make you get rid of. She'll put it up in here.
No, it's just in boxes in the garage.
Right, yeah, that works.
And then I do want to give a quick shout out to people who have signed up for our Patreon. I want to give a quick shout out to Mark, Carlos, Amy, Ethan, and Shane. The 5 people who signed up within the first day of doing the Landon Donovan tier of our Patreon.
I mean, you know what? Finish going about them because I want to speak about the Patreon, but I don't want to. I definitely don't want to take away from the people who are lightning fast on it.
I just want to give them a big shout out, and we're gonna be going in order of when you got the tier, when you joined.
Signed up, yeah.
You'll have priority on what a wave viewing party you want to do and what day you want to do it and all that stuff. So, and again, I know there's been talk of where we're gonna do this stuff.
Yeah.
Again, I want to reiterate. We also have to approve a venue. They also have to have TVs that actually can play the game.
Well, my understanding was,
and a way that we can actually do a podcast at this place.
well, we recorded in Ben's truck on the way home from that.
I could do a
that
podcast.
preseason game. Ben can pod anywhere.
Oh yeah, I can get us to pod anywhere.
My understanding is you need
I can get us
Go
to
ahead.
live show anywhere if you really.
Oh,
want
I don't
to
know
do
if
a
you.
live show.
No, I didn't.
I'm just saying.
My understanding
From
is
what I've heard, we probably don't want to do that.
we're struggling to do it today. The patron, whoever signed up for Patreon, you need to speak to your bar or what have you, and make sure that it's okay for us to go. We're willing to go. We're willing to figure it out, and we'll make it happen. But we're not really trying to knock on somebody's door and say, hey, we're going to disrupt your whole setup. Like, please speak to your place first. Let us know, and then we'll all descend there and have a good time.
You want to talk about the Patreon more?
Yes.
Okay.
I mean, as a not a pretty man, not a beautiful man, Ed, not the most in shape fellow in the world. Usually dealing with a healthy amount of what do I want to call it? Rejection, Maybe people looking at you a little side eye, going, how did he end up with her? I had a lot of that in my life.
Maybe a little self-disdain as well.
Absolutely.
Self-loathing, yeah.
All right, everybody calm down. Yeah, let's not pile on too fast. I got this. I got the self-deprecation, gentlemen. How quick the people signed up for Patreon, and I think our top tier was gone in 13 hours.
Yeah.
And not 13 hours of the show going up, 13 hours of us sitting down to record and do the live stream. You guys are amazing. Thank you. We really appreciate it. We definitely didn't expect a response similar to that, or even close. We were all really really touched, and we just appreciate it. And we want to make sure that we appreciate you, and thank you for supporting the show and making it so we can do this a little more and try some new things. And all the things I damage inside the studio, we now have a way to potentially pay Ben back for it.
Exactly.
So definitely appreciate, or at least buy me more whiskey so I can ruin the rest of his merchandise.
So if you guys go to our Patreon, well, there's a button on our website, riotsquadcast.com, and you see the Patreon button. The levels that we have for the monthly subscription are the $5 levels and the $10 levels. This is something that you guys are gonna, help us grow the show. We want to do more things with the show. Potentially we want to do more days during the week, so we have more podcasts and more live shows. For the patrons, at the $5 level, you guys get a promo code for the merch. So if you sign up for that, you get a 15% off promo code. You also we'll give you like little things here and there, stickers, and also we're going to be doing live content, or not live content, but extra content just for patrons.
And don't forget about the raffle.
There's a raffle.
The raffle.
There's a raffle?
Oh yeah, we discussed this last week. We didn't really bring it up again. Was the raffle that we want someone who's going to do sit on the show for?
No. What we're going to do is all our patrons, once a month, all our patrons, we're going to throw all their names into a hat. We're going to pull one name out of a hat.
And Ben's going to give you a hand job.
We're going to take that person to a G2 game.
Oh, that's right. That's right.
And we're going to buy him a hot dog and a beer, and
you'll have a personal experience with the guys from the Riot Squadcast. Yeah. Yay, you!
Yeah. Or just show up to a G2 game.
Yeah, or just show. Yeah.
But for anyone who would enjoy,
you want to hang out with us, yeah.
And then so that's a $5 tier. But then if you sign up for the $10 monthly subscription or Patreon, you get everything from the $5. You give everything with the $5 level, but you also get. We're going to do a special T-shirt just for the $10 and up level. So that's going to be separate from the one we have on the site right now.
I had an idea for it too.
Let's talk about it. Yeah.
Off the show.
But you get a T-shirt, you get the promo code, you get the stickers, you get the extra content that we want to do for the patrons. And again, this is stuff that we want to build the show more. Hopefully, Chris isn't going to destroy more of the equipment.
Pouring another glass
as he pours another glass of whiskey. But yes, if this is something that helps us build the show, because this is what we love doing and we want to do more of it. So go to riotsquadcast.com and you'll see everything there. We're going to be doing blog posts. We're going to be doing all our stuff is going to be up on that site, so you guys can check that out. And then we have all the buttons, for our Instagram, Twitter, YouTube, all that stuff. It's right in the right corner. All the contact information, everything, just go there. It's a one-stop shop.
Yeah. RiotSquadcast.com/Patreon or Patreon.com/RiotSquadcast. Get you right there.
All right. Moving on. Let's talk TFC. Preseason game number 1 in the books.
In the books,
gentlemen.
Done. What'd you think?
So I was there at the game. It was a very different experience for me, sitting in 134 instead of being in 138 in Lars.
You were all bougie, man. How did it feel?
Was weird.
How did it feel?
In the prawn eater seats.
Look, my homie and his wife are friends with me and my wife, and they took us to the game. They drove us. They paid for the parking. So I couldn't do them like that and be like, hey, I'm going to go sit in another section away from you for the next 90 minutes.
It would have been funny if you did.
It would have been such a dick move.
Why didn't you take him to Lars? You like embarrassed? Is Lars like that drunk?
Well,
uncle?
no, they had their.
I mean, I know Lars is very much like that drunk uncle.
Yeah.
But you are just calling Lars.
No,
the
they've
drunk
sat
uncle?
with Lars before. They sit up in the 200 levels normally, but I guess whatever like this preseason game, they give them tickets to the lower seats or whatever.
Because it was what 8,000 people there.
Yeah, no one's even in the upper section, so it didn't even matter. They closed that all off.
What was that? How did the energy feel at the game?
Good, man. People were excited. Definitely.
ACB looked good.
Oh,
I
dude,
could see on
they
TV,
came
they
out
looked
like
really good.
crazy. I was really impressed, man. Like I was like shocked. I mean, I shouldn't be because like ACB
By this point,
yeah, they come in numbers like for whatever, but I mean they really brought it. That was like pretty amazing.
I saw. I'm not sure if I'm pronouncing his name right, but at least on Twitter, it's Osman Pina. Is that how you pronounce it? Osman Pina. I don't know, but I saw he's a relatively noteworthy ACB member. I saw him on television more than a few times. But they looked really good. At least on TV, they looked really, really good. The gameplay, it's early.
Yeah,
It's early. There were a lot of positives. A lot of positives early.
I think let's talk the new guys. Yeah, I mean that's what we're want to see. That's what we want to see if they can hang or if they're any good.
Yeah.
What do you guys think? What do you guys think of Antuna?
I liked him. I liked what I saw of him. First game, I thought he played well. I mean, it's kind of hard to judge because he's not playing with the forward core that he would normally play with.
Mm-hmm.
So I'd really love to see how he would interact with Zlatan and with Ola. But I mean, he played well.
I liked most of what I saw from him, like a solid 75-80%. The only concern I really had was his positioning in respects to his other teammates, and that's all things that are going to come with time. Yeah. As you say, the more he plays with, he's going to more than likely predominantly be with Ola on the left side if we're playing a 4-4-2, which was the formation we came out with. I know a lot of people kind of expected Schelotto to kind of continue the 4-3-3. He played at Boca, but we stuck with, kind of stuck with what we know and what we had the personnel for, and went with a 4-4-2 with what, Pontius up top, Pontius and Coelho, if I'm pronouncing that right.
Yeah, the
Cuello.
college kid we
Cuello.
drafted.
Or more like a
Cuello.
Cuello. More like
He's Argentinian, so it's probably Cuello, right?
Cuello. It's a 4-4-1-1.
Cuello. I said a boom, boom, boom.
I knew that was
My
a
name is
fucking
Cuello.
Cuello. That's got to be a clip. Anytime he scores a goal, that's what they should play at the StubHub Center, or the Dignity, or whatever we're supposed to call it. But I'm going to be I know I'm going to like what I see out of Antunia, Stelvik on the left, and Ola Kamara. When Ola gets going and it's time to finally get him on, I feel like he and Antunia are going to play really well together. It's just when Antunia loses the ball or doesn't have the ball, it's kind of positioning off the ball. He looks lost the moment he doesn't have it. Once he gets it, he's right in, he's dialed in, he's got it, he knows what he's got to do with it. But if he loses it, you always saw him taking that extra second to look over his shoulder, look to the right, look to the left. Where is everyone? Like, he's still kind of getting his grasp of where everyone is. It's early. It's as early as humanly possible in preseason for this to happen, so it's fine.
This is where you work it out.
This is where you got to figure these things out. And if you're only playing with, 75-80% of the starting lineup, it's hard to judge them just yet. But overall, I liked the tools that I saw. I like the ability that I saw. It's going to take a little time.
I agree. And I guess he's really young. What is he? 20? 21?
I think he's 21.
So I think
Yeah,
I
he's
think it's
21.
still his soccer brain is still developing, and I think under GBS I think it's gonna really
That was one of my main
Shine.
takeaways. I'm excited to see that skill set with someone like Schelotto.
Yeah.
That's what I'm really going to be excited by. It's just going to take a little time to watch him blossom and develop, and hopefully he turns into a Juninho where we get him in on loan. He ends up playing really well. We keep him at relatively low money, and he's just one of the best midfielders in the league.
that's how these
Doesn't cost us
loan
a
deals
lot.
usually work out. Like it's always usually like a loan to buy kind of thing.
Mm-hmm.
What do you think of Cuello?
It's fine. It wasn't.
He's got skills with his feet though, man.
He believes in himself a lot, and I would like to, much like with Antonio, I would like to see that kind of blossom and flourish. Realistically, he's not going to get a ton of minutes. He's definitely a different type of forward option than Pontius. Different type.
But and that's the thing is he's not a forward though.
Well, for where we were playing him,
Yeah.
for where we were playing him in that game.
But and I felt like we played him more of like Pontius was like the main point of the attack, and then Cuello kind of played behind him.
Like a second striker.
Like a second striker. So, like a false, was it a false nine or whatever? Anyways,
Second striker.
whatever.
False nine would be playing in Pontius' spot, just slightly reserved.
Yes. But I feel like because he's listed as a midfielder, like that's what his position is.
That's what Brown
He's like
is,
an attacking midfielder. So
Yeah,
I think that's what he was kind of the position he's supposed to be playing.
Yeah,
He pushed
unfortunately.
up out of necessity.
Yeah, I think we're out of forward options.
I mean, you want to play two strikers, but the other guy we drafted was is a forward, right? What's the kid's name?
Don Chilo.
Chilo? Don Chilo?
No. So they pronounce it in the stadium. It's Chilao.
Chilao? Don
Yeah.
Chilao?
Still
Chilo.
sounds like a sponsor. You know.
Welcome, Don Chilao.
Bring ole.
Yeah, I mean,
Is it like a tortilla company or like a tortilla chips?
but if he,
I was thinking it's a hard alcohol. It's, you know,
Ooh.
he's a tequila.
Oh,
or something.
that's like Don Chilao,
Yeah,
1908.
yeah, exactly.
the pride of Vietnamese gin,
Even this dude's like
the finest Vietnamese gin you can buy.
this dude's like Ghanaian.
It's still $19 a bottle. But if Cuello, going with that,
Yeah,
good
we'll
enough.
go with that.
If he believes in himself and he seems to be that forward-thinking attacking threat, why not play him as a second striker?
I can't wait to see him in G2.
Because
Yeah.
that's where he's going to be.
That's where he's
That's
gonna be.
100% where he's going to be.
For a draft pick, I was pleasantly surprised by him.
I'll agree with that 100%.
Well, I think, this is a guy who's coming from the Boca Juniors Academy. He knows the setup there. He knows what it would take to get to the first team. So I think having that familiarity with Schelotto, I think is only going to benefit him.
And Schelotto
if-
must have trusted him.
If he stays with the first team, that's I don't know. I think that was kind of like the theme of the young guys in this game for me.
Well, he played where? I mean, predominantly, Cuello played
As
as
a
a center midfielder, right?
basically as a forward, yeah.
But I mean, in that game, he played as a forward,
Oh,
but
yeah, yeah.
overall, as a center midfielder.
as center, and we're just list
Kitchen,
them.
Carrasco, Juninho, Jonathan Dos Santos, Sebastian Lletget. Like, he's going to play on G2. And if he shows as well as he showed in that game, you want him to get regular minutes somewhere, and G2 is going to be the place for that. And we're not really flush for center midfielders at G2. He's not going to be competing against a whole lot of people. You had Julian Boucher was the big standout center midfielder last year, and he left after half a season. So there's room for him to play.
I mean, well, they didn't want to sign him, so he was like, yeah, I got to bounce.
The offer, I guess the discussion was, if he can get a first team deal, he'll stay, and if he can't, then we'll let him leave. And they weren't going to give him a first team deal. Cuello is not going to play on the first team, so let him play regularly on the second team, get some minutes, and be effective, kind of feel himself.
What'd you think of like the whole thing? Like we're having like people dropping. Zlatan with the precautionary injury. I guess Ola was just sick.
Illness, yeah, they listed him as illness.
Felcher came out and at the end of the game had both of his calves iced.
Both calves. Yeah.
You have
And as soon as Felcher came out, you could see it on the whatever it's called, the TV broadcast. As soon as Felcher went out, before he talked to Schelotto, the first person he talked to was the athletic trainer, which was, my heart stopped. Because if you see who, it was the same kid that came in for him at Vissel Kobe.
Roquejo.
Araujo.
Roquejo's the guy.
Roquejo's
kid
left
with-
back.
Yeah.
As soon as Araujo came in for him, which is fun, that is your right back depth. It's Felcher, and then it's Araujo. That's it. Those are the two.
So is this a sign that
And then Romney.
well, that's what I'm literally about to ask. Is this a sign that Schelotto doesn't see Romney as a guy who's like the utility man who's going to play every position in the back?
I mean, the way I looked at it more was because it's a preseason game and because it's the first preseason game, we had a plan going in. And the plan going in was Romney's going to come in as a sub at center back. And that we're going to stick to that. What's the kid's name? The right back. Araujo. We had planned Araujo that quick. It's all math right now. It's nothing but variables.
No, it's just bad that you snapped and I got the name.
Like, you're good. You're a good man, Charlie Brown. Araujo is going to come in as replacement for right back, whether Felcher plays 60 more minutes or 45 more minutes or 20 minutes or whatever.
It seems a plan.
So we stuck to a plan. When it's time for Steres to come out, that's when Romney's going to go in. Romney's going to go in at center back unless calamity happens. Outside of that, We know our right back plan as a sub. We know our center back plan as a sub. We know our center midfielder plan as a sub. That's what we're doing. We're going to stick to it. That's the way I took it. I'm sure in an actual league game, if Araujo is, or if Felcher goes out and Romney's not starting for whatever reason, Romney's probably going over at right back.
So if you guys want to get in on this conversation, you guys can call us and we can talk to you live on the air right now. Just give us a call at 562-641-5277. That's 562-641-5277. What do you guys think of this game? Let's talk a little bit about Efra. And I talked to Chris a little bit after the game, and I posted in the Lars Discord. I'm like, maybe the boy does need another year in USL.
Yeah, if you're on
But you talked me
Discord,
down a little bit.
we just moved the Lars group chat over to Discord. So if you would like to get in that conversation, get in touch. We can get you an invite. We did talk about Efrain, and it wasn't the best use of his minutes. It wasn't it wasn't a glowing example of what we've seen from him historically.
Yeah, it just doesn't seem like the moment where it was too big for him. Like, it's a preseason game. Like, I don't know, man.
It's, especially looking at starting Cuello. This is just what I was thinking watching the game. Looking at starting Cuello instead of Efrain, because that would have been the perfect spot to start him.
Yeah.
We literally started a draft pick over the golden boy of the academy. He's coming in as a sub, so temper some expectations. He's coming into, from what I could even hear on television, was a massive ovation. At 17 years old.
Oh, I mean, the kid's got all the hype. Like, it's real.
It's a hype train.
Yeah.
But it's a preseason. 16. He's still 16. He turned 17 in June. If we blew Toronto out by 10, it's one preseason game. If Efrain scores an own goal, it's one preseason game. Like, it wasn't the best use of time. It wasn't the best, or I should say it wasn't the best display. It was definitely a good usage of time. It wasn't the best display in the time that he was on the field, but it's a singular preseason game.
Right.
When he's getting subbed in with all of the reserves who didn't start. When Zlatan isn't playing, Ola's not playing, whatever your feelings on the guy is, when Gio's not playing, when Jonathan's not playing, when the vast majority of
your starting
quote,
lineup,
big players' starting lineup is missing, it's unfair to expect a great deal from Efrain.
I know, but that dummy from Pontius and like the boy just
Yeah, it looked like it caught him off guard. Even he looked out of his depth.
He didn't think Pontius had that in him.
He looked out of his depth, but he looked out of his depth in the first preseason game with 20-something minutes. I saw people saying he should definitely stay at G2 for a whole other season based on the few minutes he was in the game against Toronto.
That was me.
Was it you?
Yeah, that's what I said in the Lars Discord. I was like, yeah, maybe he needs to stay another year at G2.
As someone who blows things out of proportion regularly, everyone needs to calm down. Like, everyone needs to calm down.
Chill out, honey bunny.
At least based on a singular preseason game where we didn't score a goal at all. Like, we didn't score.
Both own goals.
Both own goals.
Yeah.
I mean, no one's burning the ship down because of one preseason game. I'm definitely not burning the ship down on a 16-year-old over 20 minutes of a preseason game against Toronto, of all people. You know what I mean? Like, it's everybody relax.
A Toronto side that did lose 5-1 to Las Vegas Lights, though.
Come on, Eric
But
Rinaldo,
again,
tactical genius, Eric
again,
Rinaldo.
preseason, like none of these results even matter. It's kind of just about the performances and how we see these guys gel together.
What's actually important in preseason?
Yeah.
Not getting hurt.
Exactly. Well,
Sans Felcher was an okay game.
And like 4 other players who have gone up like hammies and muscle strains and.
Hey, get him now, man. Get it out of the way.
I'd rather them get him in
shape.
preseason if they're going to.
Yeah.
Well, if I can talk about something I liked.
By all means,
I never thought I would compliment this man. And again, preseason, everyone calm down. Again, Toronto, who has lost their best player, by far their best player, and wasn't playing Josie, their other supposed best player, Jorgen Skjelvik at left back.
Yeah.
My lord.
My dude.
That's an entirely different player.
Like, it's crazy how like night and day it's been.
Yeah.
And maybe who would have thought playing a guy who for the majority of his career has played left back.
In Europe.
Who would have thought putting him back into the position that he's used to and he's comfortable in? Who would have thought that would have been a good decision?
Nah, man, can't do it.
Can't do it,
Come
right?
on, it's MLS, dude. He's got to play center back.
He's over 6 foot, so you got to put him in center back, right?
Exactly.
If he was black, he would definitely.
Oh, yeah.
Played the vast majority of his career playing left back, and a little bit of left midfield. He looked an fucking different player at left back.
My dude at one point was like, as the center forward,
Yeah.
because he went, this is the thing with the Scalotto teams is like the outside backs they're really pushing up there. You had Felcher going up that flank the whole day, and Shelvik is the same way.
Sweet Argentinian football.
And at one point, Shelvik's like just chilling as a center forward. I'm like, that's what's
You know what's great? In every instance, whenever the ball was lost on the left side or lost through the middle, Shelvik was fast enough to get back. Again, just like with Efrain, I don't want to make too much of one preseason game, but he never looked out of his depth. He never looked lost. He never looked confused. He knew where he was. He knew where the ball was. His positioning looked more sound than he's ever looked at center back. Ever. It's one game. Let's see what happens, especially, and we're not going to be able to watch it, but especially against an Atlanta. Let's see what happens in the next game. Let's see what happens in the game after that. But so far, I can see the calls for Shelvik at left back. I can understand. I will silence my criticism and say, well, let's give him a couple more runouts. You can understand why he played center back instead of playing left back when we have Ashley Cole, who for a serious chunk of time was one of the best left backs, if not the best left back in the world.
Hopefully he learned a lot from Cole in his time here.
Hopefully. But I can say Shelvik looked better. Shelvik at left back looked way better than Shelvik at center back. And Romney at center back looks way fucking better than Shelvik at center back. So it makes sense to make that pairing if he keeps playing the way he played against Toronto.
Speaking of center backs, and we haven't mentioned him yet, one Diego Polenta.
I want to have his baby. I'm ready right now.
You want him to put the Polenta in you?
Preseason or not? Just give it to me.
I mean, I
double up.
didn't, and let's be honest, I knew nothing about this dude before and seen him out there. My dude's he looks like a center back. Like he's like a thick dude. Like he was bossing that center back, and I'm all about it, dude.
He was calm.
Yes.
He was calm. Even when he lost the ball, he was calm. There's none of that Siani, I lose the ball and I'm like, what do I do? There was none of the being lost. There was none of the slow. It was just even if there was a fuck up, he was calm. Always calm. Between him and Shelvik, God, I just need Romney to be good at center back for one more year, and I need Felcher's hamstrings and calves to hold up for 1 year, and we might just be okay. We might just be able to get through this year.
Well, this is a conversation I had with my buddy that I went to. Shout out to my boy Dennis. We talked about why Steres is starting over Romney in that center back position. And I thought about him. It makes sense because if Romney is your utility guy and you need someone to come off the bench, and if he's like the guy you can come on for literally anybody in that back line, it makes sense why you would have Steres start over Romney.
Because Steres is only going to play one place.
One position.
Yeah.
But Romney can come in for your left back. He can come in for your center back. He can even come in for your right. If need be.
Yeah. There's a chance at all.
And that makes sense to me, like why Romney wouldn't be in that starting 11.
And I think Polenta is a stable force. I think
that's a leader right there.
Yeah, that helps.
That's future.
That guy's
captain.
a lead.
Yeah.
I saw it. That's a leader right there.
It helps Steres. I honestly think that he keeps Steres more focused than having a guy like Shelvik back there.
I'm hoping Steres he's been living in California for 4 years now, 5 years?
The Long Beach kid.
I better hope that dude's been learning Spanish, man.
Let's hope so.
I don't know. I just got Rosetta Stone for Spanish. I'm going to do my best so I can understand some of these interviews.
Yeah, Steres, that dude stays out in Long Beach because my sister works at the Bed Bath & Beyond in Lakewood Mall. And she said that dude comes in there.
He loves his loofahs. Can't get enough.
Well, he loves that Beyond section,
What's in the Beyond?
Yeah, what is in the Beyond section?
If you got to ask, I don't know what to tell you, dude.
Scandinavian midget porn. That's all that's in there.
He gets that from Shelvik?
Yeah.
Shelvik.
The finest Norwegian midget porn.
So good. Benjamin, Who do you think was your standout star from this?
Oh, well, hands down, Polenta. Hands
Polenta?
down. Yeah. Yeah, I was worried that he hadn't played, that he took a half a year off or whatever.
Hey, dude, he was just fighting himself.
Yeah, that's what I heard. My brother was telling me he went all Landon and took, he had to go find himself and wanted to take some time off. But I was pleasantly surprised because I was worried that we were going to get stuck with another Siani, someone who was out of contract, didn't have a team, and decides, hey, you know what? Why don't you give me 18 months?
Which says something.
Excuse me, 2 years and a third year option.
Yeah.
Which says something about a difference in scouting networks and difference in scouting ability. That you can find one person who's out of contract to throw a heap of money at, to throw, say $800,000 at, whatever, however much Polenta's going to cost. And he is steadying and calm and looks like a leader, at least so far, looks like a leader on the back line. And you can be whatever Pete Vianis was and just stick your head out of a door and point to a big black Negro. You come here. I can say it. It's cool.
You can.
I can say it. I got it.
I give you permission. It's okay.
Yeah. Thank you. You come in here and you play, and he's, Andrew Boyens-esque. Terrible. Awful.
I would take Andrew Boyens over Siani.
Andrew Boyens is really bad. I remember
But
watching.
it only cost you like $60,000.
He's dirt cheap. I remember watching a goalkeeper take a goal kick, and it bounced at Andrew Boyens. Ran to meet it. It bounced in front of him, bounced over him. The forward got around him, got the ball, and scored on us.
I think I remember that.
The one thing you're
familiar.
asked to do is just stand in a place and stop the ball. But anyway,
Who has a better accent, though? Siani or Boyens? Isn't Boyens like a Kiwi? Wasn't he a Kiwi or an Australian?
we should get them in the same room to discuss it, and then lock it, and then put it underwater,
Or just
Like,
like,
just light it on fire.
or
and
throw-
then just see what happens,
you throw a knife in the room
and let them fight it out.
and you like saw them and you're like, one of you has to leave here alive.
There you go.
One of you has the key inside your stomach.
Siani wins that without even a question. Like, you're murdering Andrew Boyens in that scenario.
I don't even think Siani needs a knife. He just kind of
He
pulls
just
Boyens apart.
separates him
Yeah.
by the ribs.
And then the camera spins around him like 4 times.
And
And,
it's all
yeah.
very nice.
I love those movies. Chris, who was your star player of this 1-1 own goal fest?
You know what? It's not fair because there were certainly people who performed more than him. I got to give it to Juninho. It was lovely seeing Juninho back.
Oh, okay. I have one complaint about that, by the way. They really messed up. They subbed Juninho on, and then also subbed out 2 other people. So they announced the other 2.
He didn't get his big.
Yeah. It was so weird. And then so they subbed out the 2 other guys, and then they announced who subbed in whatever for those 2 guys, and then announced the Juninho one, which by that point he's been playing for like 3 minutes. So it's like it really didn't matter.
Yeah.
So I was like a little disappointed, but I stood up in my seat.
You got
my standing ovation.
The guy,
Loved it.
and the Galaxy, to their credit, posted a lovely little video about him. There's my phone. Posted a lovely little video about him, and
Just dropping everything today, man.
Fuck you. And him getting to come back and him getting his moment, and you get to see the moment he comes back on the field, and there is a difference from when he's on the sideline to when he, I think it's Carrasco he comes in for, and he high fives him, and they swap spots, and he comes in. He looks so happy, like he looks just so happy as a player and as a man and someone who truly and genuinely loves the Galaxy. Came in on loan years ago with Alex Kazumba and Leonardo came in one bit, and the one sole survivor in Juninho. Like, he looked so at peace coming back and seemingly looking like he was home.
Well, you ask him, he's like, "This is my home. Like,
It's where I
came back
belong."
home."
Yeah, and it's great to see. And we're never quite going to get that. I don't think we're ever going to get that AJ De La Garza moment. Juninho's probably about as close as you're going to get. And so for me, it was just awesome to get to see him have that moment and it be about him for a second.
I would say my star of the game would be Jonathan Dos Santos. That dude balled in that game.
Best player on the field.
He made Carrasco look, which Carrasco actually had a pretty decent game.
Yeah.
And I thought that center midfield pairing was actually pretty decent in this game.
It was the best Carrasco's looked in a long time.
Dude hustled, man. Like he put in work.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like,
Preseason.
really surprised. Again, preseason.
Again, it's preseason, but based on what you have, he looked pretty damn good.
He was good last preseason. Good at the beginning of last year.
Yeah, so was Hilliard Arce.
Exactly.
And he never saw any time.
ever again.
Ever again. All right, so moving on, we do want to give a little, this is a little ad break, Chris. Away days. All right, guys. Yeah.
I wish we could get like Girl from Ipanema, like just the instrumental playing.
Not anymore, man.
No.
We're on Spotify now, dude.
Oh, shit. They get all
Can't do
serious?
that no more.
Oh.
But yes.
Can I hum it?
I mean, it's be fine, right? So Away Days is back with our sponsorship. We do appreciate Away Days. They have been very good to us, and we have been very good to them. If you don't know Away Days, what are you doing? Are you new? You must be new if you have never heard of Away Days. But AwayDaysFootball.com, it is a football and clothing brand out of Boston. My man Martin is a one-man wrecking machine, does it all. He does the shipping, he does the customer care, he does it all. If you go to their shop, they do have what we love in probably the most popular item is their $25 mystery kit. You get a mystery jersey sent to your house, $25, authentic with tags, brand new. And it's lower division teams like Chris got a Middlesbrough jersey. You're Olympiacos. The away one, which I'm jealous of.
Yes.
I'm still to this day.
You can work out a trade.
You wear double X though, dude. I wear that slim XL.
Yeah.
Shut up. I got
Do ya?
I got the Olympiacos home jersey, and then the Real Betis, right?
No, you have
No, Celta Vigo. Celta Vigo.
Celta Vigo.
Sweet Celta Vigo jersey.
We've seen Rangers, Nottingham Forest.
Ben, what did you get?
I got the Forest jersey.
Yeah, it's
yeah.
Forest. Yeah. We've been sent so many. Valencia, Matthew.
Wasn't there like a Standard Liège one?
Standard Liège or Anderlecht.
Anderlecht, yeah.
Our good friend Matt Alisana at Matt the Samoan on Twitter just got an away Valencia, all white Valencia kit.
It's like with the orange, like on the sleeves, right?
All
like
white with I think an orange trim.
Something, yeah.
But yeah, a lot of awesome jerseys. They're doing a collection with Charlotte Independence, which is a setup where you'll actually be able to buy a $50 jersey for Charlotte
their home
Independence
or away kit, yeah.
For the home or the away. They're working on a pairing with my new favorite lower division team, Providence FC, that I'm kind of waiting to get launched.
That crest is pretty dope.
My new hobby is going to be lower division U.S. soccer teams.
And then speaking of crest, they actually do have a mystery crest or mystery patch.
Yes.
Like
such as
all
myself.
official patches. $7, you can get that sent to your house. They have hoodies, they have sweatshirts, hats. I mean, you name it, they got it, man.
I'm loving it. In the live chat right now.
And it's high quality stuff, dude.
In the live chat, we're getting an update on people. Albert Guerrero. Thank you. He's got an Ipswich Town FC jersey through Away Days. Rodrigo Rodriguez, that's a very convenient name, got Anderlecht, and Dan Mountjoy got Olympiacos away.
I'm jealous. That Olympiacos away is so
fucking
sweet, dude.
Sweet.
It
LA
is so
Galactico is all about dim Rangers kits. So $25 and enter $25 and enter a lottery. You're guaranteed to win.
$25 for the plebes. What do our listeners get though, Chris?
Well, why would you pay $25 if you don't have to?
Yeah.
I mean, our listeners get a solid
15%.
15% off by using the promo code
Squadcast.
Yeah, easy.
So
you're already listening.
You enter Squadcast in the promo code, you get 15% off. Come on, save your money.
It's payday on Friday.
Yeah.
Go out and get it. And look, when you post it, bother him. Bother us. If you got the tweet machine, you got the Twitters, go on the Twitters. Tag Away Days Football. Tag at Riot Squadcast on Twitter. Let us know. We want to see the thing you got. The people who follow us want to see the thing you got. We all want to big up you and your glorious presents and gifts.
We know you're all about the grams. Just gram us, dude, and tag us in your grams.
Yeah, double tap like, as Jaime says. So that's Jaime saying double tap like for Instagram. You get the heart emojis, bro. DJJW40 in our live chat just said he still hasn't gotten one for himself, but he got a lovely Montpellier jersey for his daughter. I'm really eclectic when it comes to soccer. Everything else, just real minimal, lovely mid-90s. But he got a Montpellier jersey for his daughter for Christmas, and it seems like she loves it, I'm assuming. Because why wouldn't she? She's a good person.
So you go to awaydaysfootball.com, enter the promo code SQUADCAST, you get 15% off your entire order. Go there now. And then also follow them on Twitter at AwayDaysFootball. That's the Spanish football. And then on Instagram, it was just Away Days, wasn't it?
Away Days.
All right, Away Days.
So support the people who support us.
And thank you, Away Days, for sponsoring the show and helping us out build this amazing podcast that we get you guys every week, baby.
And as always, you can find a link to Away Days Football at our website at RiotSquadcast.com. Click the sponsors link and it'll take you right over there. And it'll always be in the, whoever is sponsoring an individual show will always be in the show notes. So if you have a little info button on your podcast thing, go ahead and click it and it'll, that way, wherever you're at, you can always have the information. Be like, look, you go to a club and it's like 2 a.m. You're like, what's up, girl? You want that sweet fucking Montpellier jersey? What you like? You like Valencia? How you feel about Nottingham Forest? I got you, girl. And then she don't even know you got a discount, bro. It's like taking a girl to Denny's and using the coupon. She ain't got to know.
Dude, the tag's on it. She's gonna be like, oh, dude, this guy spent $150 on this jersey.
And he's like, no,
She gotta know.
no, I banged you. And it was $3.
Oh, now this is just getting creepy and weird.
Is that bad?
It's just creepy.
I mean, it's consensual. It's lovely. Everybody's having a good time.
I wish we could still play songs, Ben, because I'd want you to play the Rumor song right now. Because we do have.
You want me to hum it?
Yeah. Doesn't it start like
I can't do that.
in the beginning? No. Anyways, so there are some rumors that have been out there. I don't know how substantial these rumors are because they kind of got like fake news like real quick.
Well, let's just cover the rumors and then we'll discuss the fake newsity of them all.
So the one that got everyone excited was there was the rumor of Gio dos Santos being bought by Chivas of Mexico.
Mm-hmm.
And everyone was like, yes, do it now. Sign whatever you need to sign. And then like 5 minutes later, like, yeah, that's fake.
It's a pairing made in heaven. Like, of all teams in the world, Chivas.
Well, I mean, the America one would have been like, because his dad played there.
But of all places Gio could go, what is more fitting in the world than Chivas?
So you can just keep hating him.
For me, the transition would be nice. And I have no real feelings about Chivas Guadalajara, but I still connect them with that association. I mean, you guys correct me if I'm wrong. I still have that association with Chivas USA, which is what they chose to build. So the decision they made was to associate themselves with Chivas USA.
More of like a tax break for Vergara or whatever.
Hey, look, you could have assassinated him years ago. This isn't my fault. I'm working in the world you all built. You could have got rid of that guy. I mean, look, what's more perfect for him than for him to go to, might be controversial, the LAFC of Mexico.
Ooh.
Do you associate LAFC with Chivas USA?
Yes.
Do you associate Chivas USA with Chivas Guadalajara?
I guess by association then, right?
Your boy's not wrong. I'm not wrong, Edward. And I'll be honest, this is the first time I'm hearing about the Gio to Chivas Guadalajara rumor. And still, because the hatred of LAFC stays right at the top of my heart. Yeah, it stays right at the front of my brain. So it would have been nice, but I'm sure they're much smarter than that.
Yeah. Well, that's why, you know what, this whole like him restructuring thing and him going down to like whatever 1.5 million a year. And maybe in the long run it's a smarter move. Whereas these teams that come in don't see a $6 million price tag. They see a 1.5.
Yeah.
And it's a little like easier to take. But we all knew that his dad was shopping him around.
Yeah.
And no one was like buying. Like no one's like, no, we're good.
No, why?
No one wanted him.
No
one wanted him.
What is to want? What is there?
So that's fake news. Gio's not being bought out by Chivas, unfortunately. Like, I could have even been like, I would have been becoming like a Chivas fan for like 2 seconds if that would happen.
Whichever team in the world buys Gio, I promise to buy one of your jerseys.
Yeah.
I promise to buy one of your jerseys if you take him. I'll do whatever I can to help incentivize you to get him off my team. If that's what it takes, literally money out of my pocket. It'll come from the Patreon, but deal. Sold.
Well, I mean, there was like the petition to start the everyone pay for the Gio buyout clause that happened right before.
Make a GoFundMe to raise the money to get rid of Gio.
Get rid of Gio, exactly. And the other rumors that have been popping around today is Roman Torres has not been with Seattle in their preseason camp in Arizona. He's back in Washington still. Rumors are he's very unhappy with his current position with Seattle as being their bench warmer. what do you guys think? The rumor is that he might be coming to one of the LA teams
Mhm.
or to, what was the other team that you said? Sorry. Anyways. Oh, Cincinnati.
Oh, yeah.
What do you guys think? Would we, I mean, obviously we need defensive help.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know what this guy's price tag was for last year. He's not terrible. He's not been great though.
Let's see. His from what I can find quickly, his MLS salary for last year was $575,000. So we're done talking about that. as an
Yeah,
option, right?
that's not happening.
We're all good.
Yeah,
Look,
we ain't got that much.
in his day, Roman Torres was great. I'm sure he's still fine. I'll be honest, I don't watch a ton of Seattle. But in his time, he was good. We don't have an additional $600,000 to throw at a center back.
For like a guy who's gonna be benched,
32.
coming off a bench, maybe possibly.
But it's one of those, you pick your poison. You just had Polenta, and it's going to cost us to bring in Polenta. I believe Polenta's a TAM player.
A TAM player, yeah.
You want to know where all of your extra TAM is. We talked about this last week. You want to know where all your extra TAM is. It's going to buy down a $1.5 million Geo, who for whatever reason somehow still deserves a fourth chance. I don't know. I still don't get why he's the special player who deserves all these extra chances where everyone would have thrown anyone else under the bus. But Gio deserves one more chance at $1.5 million. Whatever. We don't have that for Roman Torres. So if you truly believed Roman Torres could be an option to help us, and it should be one of those things that lets you know this rumor is kind of nonsense, because at least on our end, it's going to be the money. I would assume if he's coming to one of the LA teams, it's probably going to be LAFC. But look at the three teams that are rumored, right? LAFC, who could use some center back cover. The Galaxy, who could definitely use some center back cover. And FC Cincinnati, who has a team of no ones and should, in theory, have a whole lot of money to spend. I imagine potentially he ends up at an FC Cincy and his agent's trying to see if he can shine a couple extra shekels out of people. I don't know.
Well, I mean, FC Cincinnati, they're with any expansion team, they get like a crap ton of TAM and it's money to just throw at everybody.
And a crap ton of TAM for some years, which is not a situation we're in. LAFC is still going to have some extra allocation money. I think it's for another year or so, maybe 2 years.
I think it's only the second. I think it might be 2 years.
I think it's. I want to say it's 2 or 3, but I'll see tier 2 because I'm not sure by any stretch.
I don't know. It could have been half a year. Who knows?
It's definitely not half a year. But you get a little extra allocation money as an expansion team coming in, and since he's going to have that money to work with, that's a move that makes sense. A team that's building that could probably use a leader, could use a leader in the back, helps Seattle offload a player. We certainly can't afford him. I would struggle to think realistically LAFC could afford him and fit them into their budget and rosters, given that they have 45,000 high-paid strikers that all use allocation money.
LAFC should have signed a guy like Simon or something like that.
Oh, well, there's some word about that, apparently. Apparently for being all for the city and all about the black and gold or whatever idiotic shit they say. Not all that interested. I could see, of the two LA teams, I could see them finding the allocation money to fit him in because they've got that extra little bump for being an expansion team.
I would love for Roman Torres to go to LAFC so I can hate that guy.
Make it easy. A nice transition.
Hate him in Seattle and I could just hit him again.
Between Polenta and buying down Gio and buying down Ola Kamara.
I think this is the...
And buying down Perry Kitchen and buying down David Bingham, like we don't have the money.
I'm pretty sure this is the team you're going into 2019 with. Like I don't see any more signings. There's not going to be any more signings.
We're currently trying to figure out
how to pay everybody,
how to pay everyone, and stay compliant. Like in theory, it might be nice, but it's probably not happening. Set your expectations accordingly.
And if you guys want to call in, the lines are open, 562-641-5277. That's 562-641-5277. Let us know what you guys think of the whole Roman Torres or the Gio stuff. Let us, give us a call. We want to hear from you guys. Don't be scared. Don't be no scared. Moving on, the G's do have a preseason game, closed door scrimmage against Atlanta. As a time of recording, this is Tuesday. They're having that game on Wednesday.
Mhm.
So by the time you hear this on the podcast, it's probably already done with. You'll probably be getting like Twitter updates and stuff from Adam Serrano.
We should just break news and be like, can you believe Messi showed up, donned a Galaxy jersey? Surprisingly, the number 6. Scored 15 goals. It's a great win. Everything worked out. Oh, God, I hope that happens.
Yeah, that's not happening.
Wouldn't it be fucking crazy if that happened? It's like Chris the goddamn soothsayer.
He's like, I'm just over here, just hanging out, even though there's like Champions League games going on and whatever.
I think Barcelona has a game.
Yeah, I think so too. But yeah, so game against Atlanta, probably have to wait till like the next day, like Thursday, for any highlights. But you will get Twitter updates and stuff like that, so we'll see what comes of that. Hopefully, Ola's good to go. I think Zlatan's probably going to take the week off. Maybe, who knows? Maybe he'll stay out for till Saturday with the game against Vancouver.
Yeah, I mean, it's hard to get up for it's really hard to get up for the closed door scrimmage.
Yeah, I mean, we have no information.
Don't fucking tell me. Don't tell me you're doing it. Don't tell me you're doing it and show me pictures after. Don't tell me you're having a game I can't watch. It's like 3 times a year I have to pay attention to Adam Serrano, and tomorrow is one of the days. Like, tomorrow is one of the days I can't. I have to get through my day without getting blocked by him, so that I can learn. I can see pictures and I can learn. I can get a poor job of what's happening in that game.
And you're telling me that these guys have the capability of, doing G2 games at the Track and Field Stadium, but they don't want to do just like a YouTube stream?
It's choosing
not to.
Maybe it's choosing not to because you're scared. You're scared. Maybe Daniel Starks is going to get owned by some players at Atlanta.
I think that's exactly what it is.
But they didn't do the Vissel Kobe one either.
Well, I don't think we were allowed to do Vissel Kobe because they were here to play LAFC. Like, there is a agreement between Vissel Kobe and LAFC who were playing, and they came here as a practice and we're doing a scrimmage. And then, I mean, I'm not sure we're able to live stream shit like that. I would be interested to see if Gio plays tomorrow, since he seems to keep finding ways to avoid games where people can see him or fans are going to be in attendance. I would be interested to see if Gio somehow miraculously heals to get any minutes.
That's very interesting.
That just should be something you should pay attention to,
Yeah.
because he keeps seemingly being unavailable for days where fans are in attendance or there's any videos
press.
around or there's any press.
Yeah.
He's unavailable for all those. So and I'm not saying he's going to play. I'm not saying that I know he's going to play. I have no information about whether that dude's playing. I would just be interested to see if he gets any minutes, given that he's been unavailable for literally everything else that involves actual Galaxy fans.
And then another preseason game that you won't be able to watch, especially if you're not a season ticket holder and you're not going to go to Orange County on Saturday. The G's will take on Vancouver at the, the Orange County Great Park? I think what it's called. Saturday at 5 p.m. This will be Vancouver's third game of the preseason, and then I guess technically our third or fourth, if you're counting Vissel Kobe. So fourth. I want to let you know the other two opponents that Vancouver has faced off in this preseason.
Big names, I'm sure.
They've played against V. Varin Nagasaki, second division J League team.
Whoa. There's a second division J League?
And they played Iwaki FC.
Gesundheit.
Bro, that's about branding. Vancouver, huge in Japan.
I want you to guess what division Iwaki FC is in the Japanese league.
It's got to be in the indoor Premier League.
The league is Iwaki FC is a football club based in
And
Iwaki.
nothing for a Star Wars joke from Ed of all people.
I got you. I'm just reading. Iwaki, a city of Fukushima Prefecture in Japan. They play in the highest division of Fukushima Prefecture Football League, which is the 6th level of Japanese football.
Wow.
6th level. Just be glad you're a Galaxy fan and you have a team that will never, ever play a team that is in the 6th division of anywhere.
Yeah. I mean, we wouldn't waste our time. Like, we don't play championship teams. You know what I mean?
Like,
I mean, it's difficult. I remember having a conversation with, trying to parse how much of this I can tell. I remember having a conversation with an unnamed executive that this show has often butted heads with, we'll say, who told me he got off the phone with I want to say it was the president of Borussia Dortmund, and was like, they asked us for a friendly, and we were like, we're not going to play Dortmund. What are you talking about? No, thank you. Like, we aim a little bit higher than that.
But all the hipsters would have came out, you know?
I would have came out. I fucking love Dortmund. But we're in a position as Galaxy fans. This is where the cockiness comes from, where all the, fans around the league kind of dislike us because we expect rules to be broken for us and whatnot.
Swag, swag, swag.
Swag, 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 swag. But we come from a position where, at least from a management standpoint, Borussia Dortmund is not big enough to play the Galaxy in a friendly. Vancouver is playing a team not only did I not know existed, which is whatever, it's fine, A team not only did I not know existed, playing in a league I didn't know existed. I didn't know this was Japan.
Yeah.
I didn't know Japan went 6 divisions down.
They were playing in Hawaii, so maybe I know there's a lot of Japanese people who of Japanese ancestry live in Hawaii and stuff like that. So
yeah, according to Andrew in the live stream, there are lots of Asians in Vancouver, which is great because he didn't necessarily categorize it to Japanese people. The Koreans are going to come out presumably. Laotians coming out to watch that game. Why not?
The ocean? What ocean?
Well done. It's
King of the Hill. Anybody?
No, I'm with you.
Okay.
You passed over my Ewok jokes or whatever. But I can't imagine a scenario, and we play in the Desert Diamond Cup. I can't imagine a scenario where the Galaxy play a 6th division Japanese team.
A 6th division anywhere team.
That's great. Well, you wouldn't even risk our players.
I'd play our academy kids against the 6th division.
And would expect them to win.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
You play Efrain, maybe. And you would expect him to get a hat trick.
Oh, he's doing double hat. He's doing double hatty.
The pants trick, 4 goals.
That's the pants trick?
Yeah.
We just drop your pants and just moon like this.
That's it. You just fucking helicopter your dick out at him.
All right, Ben. I think we move on to the lightning round. Oh, sorry. And then Sunday is the secondary kit unveiling at the Nova. So if you're... Oh, and the Great Park, the game against Vancouver, it's only to season ticket holders. So if you're not a season ticket holder, ask someone who is, and if they're not going to go...
There's no live stream or anything for that, right?
There's not going to be a live stream. Not going to be a live stream. And... So you'll probably have to follow on Twitter updates and all that stuff too. So good luck. Have fun. Enjoy your Saturday. Because you won't be having to pay attention to the Galaxy stream. Which sucks.
It's a real shame. Why do we still do this? Why do we still do the game where you can't watch? Where you have to follow, I get it. It's to drive attention in a certain direction. But how are we still not able to get, all these games live streamed? On YouTube.
Well, this is where... OCFC? Or is it SC? Which one is it? Is it SC?
I genuinely
Because there's 2 of them.
It's SC.
SC? Well, they play there, so it's they have the capability of streaming because all, USL games are on ESPN Plus.
Yeah.
So.
You'd think.
Well,
that's how you know it's a choice more than anything.
Yeah. And so, again, Sunday at the Nova is going to be the secondary kit unveiling. We already know that's going to be called Night Navy. Night Navy.
Sounds like an attack, like a expansion pack for Splinter Cell.
It's what's the writer, the author of that, the Splinter Cell?
Oh, Tom Clancy.
Tom Clancy's Night Navy.
That would be good.
That's gonna be the one. All right.
Someone asked what we were hoping to see from an away jersey. I'm gonna guess dark blue.
Well,
I'm going to guess dark blue that poorly shows up in Polaroids.
It's Night Navy. Yeah. Maybe be another Punjab one, where it's Night Navy, but it's it looks like a black jersey.
Almost maybe like a black jersey with a gold trim.
Gold?
Like Punjab and gold trim. We wouldn't want to copy anybody.
Or be originals. We're pretty original.
Gotta be original, yeah. If you're going to do it, you got to be original. Maybe do it in a championship winning season, a 20. That way you ensure people remember it. Because you wouldn't want people to forget that you previously wore what appeared to be at least a black jersey with gold trim. Because Lord forbid someone wear a black jersey with gold trim and you forget about it and then you refer to yourself as original. That wouldn't make any sense.
That wouldn't. I don't.
That would make you stupid as fuck.
Yeah,
that would make you stupid as goddamn fuck.
Yeah, I'd make you stupid.
But so, I'm sure, who knows? Look, who knows? I'm sure it'll be dark blue.
Andrew says the Night Navy is the name of a map on Call of Duty Modern Warfare.
Very good, sir.
All right, Ben, do you have some lightning round questions for us, Ben?
Pew, 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 pew.
Pew, 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 pew.
Pew, pew.
All right, Benjamin, what you got for us, dude?
So it was put out on Twitter, and we do have some lightning round questions. So Rodrigo Rodriguez,
He's on the chat, by the way.
he is on the chat. He said, should we give Gio a chance to redeem himself if Declosa believes he can do that this season?
I don't know if Gio deserves anything. I don't think he deserves our praise. I don't think he deserves our forgiveness. I hope that GBS either A, gets the best out of him and gets something out of him, or B, won't put up with the shit, so he'll be benched and we won't have to deal with it and it won't matter anyways.
The first time Steris gives up a goal, you can thank Gio for not having an additional center back to play there instead of him. I don't think we owe any player who has siphoned millions and millions of dollars out of the club, who genuinely refuses to leave, refuses to even take a payout to leave. I don't think we owe him a fourth chance now. I think if it was as quickly, let's be fair, as quickly as everyone turned on Gerrard, as quickly as everyone turned on Jermaine Jones, I wouldn't understand a scenario where Giovanni Dos Santos deserves another chance.
Sorry, really quick. Speaking of Jermaine Jones, did you see his ex-lady put a restraining order out on him and got it? She has a restraining order on Jermaine Jones.
We have a restraining order on Jermaine Jones. He's there. He's not allowed anywhere near the club.
I just think that's crazy, dude.
It's
You mean former Colorado Rapids player and New England
standout. New England Revolution stand. MLS Cup finalist loser Jermaine Jones. Not allowed anywhere near his old lady, or at least hopefully the Galaxy. So no, I can't understand a reason why someone who is keeping the Galaxy from using $1.5 million in allocation money to better their team, to give Zlatan or Jonathan or Alessandrini or whomever else a better chance of winning a cup. I don't understand why someone who is holding back $1.5 million in allocation money deserves an additional chance. No, I don't understand that. Especially someone who doesn't make any positional sense still. Whether you play a 4-3-3, well, 4-3-3 might make some sense, but whether you play a 4-4-2 or 4-2-3-1, someone who still somehow throughout the entirety of his career has never made positional sense, has never made monetary sense, who seems to be a cancer in the locker room. I don't understand how that person, because if it was fucking anyone else,
should you just play the?
Don't play it because I'm almost done. If it was anyone else, we wouldn't even bother answering the question. We wouldn't even bother asking the question. So no.
Do you think Jermaine Jones is taking some selfies with his AK-47 tonight?
I feel like there's at least one dick pic of that dude with an AK-47, with a dong, on the banana clip, for sure.
The banana clip on the banana clip?
Yes. Don't be a dick.
All right, Ben. You got some lightning round questions for us, Ben? Oh, we just started the thing over, right?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I was justified that.
So Jesse Werner wants to know if
Jesse Venner
wants to know if if this Gio restructured contract thing actually happens, where does he play? Does he come off the bench?
Yeah, I mean, there's no.
And if he comes off the bench, do we continue to let him disrespect the number 10 jersey?
Oh, they're not taking that jersey.
They're not taking that jersey.
Yeah, it's all market. The whole reason he's here is marketing. The whole reason he's here. The whole reason he's here is hashtag Gio10. That's the whole fucking reason he's here. He's here for a goal he scored 7 years ago wearing a number 10 jersey. That's the reason he's here. He's always going to wear the number 10. We're probably going to fucking retire you know what's great? It's going to be amazing when his statue is next to Beckham's, because it's fucking coming. When someone is as great at marketing as Gio is, and that's the reason he's fucking here.
We're going to Saddam Hussein that shit. We're going to bring it down, man.
Wait, what did Saddam do? Did he do
when they
Osama bin Laden?
No, Saddam Hussein.
What did he do?
They tore down his statue.
Yeah. I don't pay attention to the news. It's just terrible. We're not supposed to talk about that anymore. Fuck Trump. But he's going to wear the 10 because it does. And Zlatan's made the 9 his. Efrain's. It doesn't sound like he's getting a whole lot of minutes on the first team this year. He'll keep wearing the 10. He'll come off the bench if he comes off at all, and presumably he's here. He's staying for another year to rebuild his image at $1.5 million of allocation money we could use in other more important places. So instead, he'll come off the bench when it's available. And I disagree with the coach, because the coach, I mean, look, No one wants him. So let's agree on this. Let's not parse words. Let's not be too kind. Let's not be PC as our good friends on the right say. No one currently in the organization wants him. I heard Malter on Straight from the Stands, our good friends at Straight from the Stands, if you don't listen to him at ACB Podcast. Jonathan Malter, who's a Galaxy worker, was saying, hey, at $1.5 million, an allocation money player, Gio makes sense. Schelotto doesn't think Gio makes sense. DTK doesn't think Gio makes sense. Chris Klein doesn't think Gio makes sense. You know how you know that? Because we spent the last 3 fucking months trying to buy him out. We are stuck at 1.5. We didn't choose 1.5. We didn't decide to keep him at 1.5. He refuses to fucking leave, and 1.5 million is the best we can do. He is the herpes of soccer players. This is the best we can do. All we can do is keep the flares down. The best we can do is keep the bumps at a minimum so that when you're at the club offering a girl an Away Days jersey at 15% off with the Squadcast promo code, she doesn't notice your bumps. That is Giovanni Dos Santos. So no, I don't. What was the question? Does he deserve a chance? No, he doesn't deserve a chance. Fuck him.
Oh my god, I think we should title this Geo Herpes. That might be the good one. That might be the one. Alright, Ben, do you have some more questions, dude?
What's your opinion on that?
I don't even know what the question was.
Do you have a take on Gio?
What was the question? It was like 5 minutes
His
ago.
contract is restructured. I know. It's the lightning round. Of course it's 5
It's
minutes ago.
restructured out of necessity.
If it's restructured, does he come off the bench? Where does he play? What do we do with him? Does he still wear number 10?
Our best lineup is not one with Gio Dos Santos in the starting 11.
That is factual.
So he comes off the bench if he does. He'll be as ineffectual off the bench as he would be as a starting 11, but I hope GBS can do something.
He's not even the best.
You had your chance, Tucker.
He's not even the best. No, I'm sorry. I keep thinking about this. He's not even the best left-wing Mexican option. How fucking specific is that? He's not the best attacking midfield Mexican option. He's not even the best Dos Santos on the fucking team. And that's universally accepted.
Yeah.
Like, people are willing to take a greater punt on a 21-year-old loanee than they are on him. People are more ready to play a 16-year-old academy kid who doesn't turn 17 till June, as I looked up earlier.
Well, we've seen the trash for 4 years. So
What more are you going to get out of this guy? What? I have a lightning round question for the listener. What more are you fucking looking for out of this guy? What have you not seen? And not just in his time here, not just as a designated player, not just in the time he has disrespected our captain's armband by wearing it, but in the totality of his career. What more are you looking for? Because it's not coming. What don't you get? Whether it's Tottenham, whether it's Barcelona, whether it's fucking Ipswich Town, where he drank and partied himself out of the championship. What more are you looking for?
I think it's the whole, significant other thing where you're like, I can fix him.
You can't. What happened?
I can fix him. Those relationships never work.
They never work.
They never work.
They end up with somebody choking someone else.
Or someone being chopped up in a box in a freezer
Someone
somewhere.
ending up in a suitcase.
Yeah.
And look, maybe that means, I don't know. I don't want to say it.
This ends up in someone being John Benet or something.
I always like it when you save me by going a little bit worse. It always makes me feel better. But what do you? I would love to know of the people who make license for and make room for Gio and keep. I mean, have you ever been in a relationship where somebody hit you? And if you have, did you make an excuse for him? Because you guys keep finding fucking avenues for this guy. And if he was, they didn't give this much time to João Pedro, who made less than 1.5 million.
What's the point to João?
You haven't been able to use that in a while. But we don't make license for people who make drastically less than Gio, who appear drastically more often than Gio. We don't make this much license an excuse. There's something, and I'll be the first to admit, I don't know what it is, or at least I'll say I don't know what it is. But there's something about just Giovanni Dos Santos, just him, exclusively him, that we keep. What can we get out of him? You saw it last year.
Here's the thing: it's not it's that we're just hamstrung.
Well, I mean, it's those people. The people, not those people, but the people.
Those people, not those people.
But the people who keep asking what we're going to be able to see out of him, what we're going to be able to get out of him, and not just this year, last year, the year before when we first signed him. What haven't you seen? What more do you need to see to understand what he keeps trying to show you? If I may go a little living color for you, if I may go a little Queen Latifah, girl, you can do better than him. Move on. Do you, boo? You don't need him. You've got better. You've got his brother who's better. Drop him and get his brother. His brother's better. And if his brother's willing to stay, then good. And if he's not, he can get the fuck out too. But all I know is Gio is terrible. Gio is done. And whether it's 1.5 million, whether it's 6 million, whether it's 6.5 million, whether it's free, get the fuck off my team. You're useless. Move on. Move on. Continue your career at 29 where you can't find. No, don't play it. Continue your career at 29 somewhere else.
All right, Ben, is there any more questions? Jesus.
Play Cosmo at the 10.
I'd be down with that.
Everyone would.
Galaxy World Orders wants to know if you want some shirts.
GWO for life.
Bro, I stay repping GWO, man. Come on.
Sorry, what was the question?
You want shirts?
Yeah,
Do you want cheese?
I want that GWO shirt, man. That shit's dope.
Too sweet.
All right.
Too sweet, me, bro.
Hey,
Talk to Ben and figure it out.
Yeah. Shoot us an email, Ben at Riot Squadcast. We'll work it out.
Now.
That wiped you out, buddy?
I fucking hate that kid.
Okay,
Took her one a nap? Night?
Uncle Dick,
Mimis?
Uncle Dishwasher wants to
I
know
love that name still.
thoughts on GBS holding post-match training session and thoughts on Jonah wearing the armband.
Dude, GBS is vicious, dude.
I love him.
I love it. I've never seen that happen. It was like, wait, there's been a time where they did an extra practice after a game, but it's because they lost like 5-0 or 6-0. But like, I've never seen it just like, yeah, you just didn't get enough training today, so we're gonna put you to work a little bit more.
I didn't have a problem with it. We kind of fell asleep late in the last like third of the game, and I could see him saying, "Hey, we got to keep." It looks like there's going to be a specific focus on fitness this year.
Yeah,
keeping them fit, keeping them, hopefully they don't get too literally hamstrung with all this extra work, but making sure late in the season when we're starting to tire out, these fitness levels are up and
the mentality can be like
the focus is staying in late in the game and saying, hey, look, your brain needs to be on, your brain needs to be 100. You can't make stupid mistakes late in the game. You always have to be on. I didn't have a problem with it. I thought, especially with,
and it was just like this. It was like the last third like subs like.
Your Boatangs, your Ephraim.
Yeah.
It's people
you guys
who
played
are
like
going to
20
be
minutes.
okay.
Like they played 20 minutes. What's another like half hour extra like scrimmages they
If
were
that
doing?
long.
Yeah. So.
I will say on the captaincy, I'm going to try to pronounce your name, and if I get it wrong, I apologize. Delmi Barrias?
Yeah, she covers the Galaxy.
She covers the Galaxy.
Yeah.
Barrias, thank you. She says,
She was on a recent episode of Corner of the Galaxy.
She says, GBS on whether whether or not he has appointed Jonathan Dos Santos as team captain. He says, quote, I think the captain is Ibra, but Jonah is a vice, or it's possible that Rahman, too. But I think it's more important that they, meaning everyone, feel like a captain. You're
a captain. You're a captain. You're a captain.
Everybody gets a captain. One, I think that's a great answer from a head coach. We need,
or I'm the captain now. Oh. Boom.
Well done. What movie is that? Captain
Jack
Phillip?
Sparrow?
Nope, too far. Captain Phillip?
Yeah, Captain Phillip.
I think it's great to say, hey, my expectation is that we have a team of leaders. Zlatan is obviously the captain of this team. Jonathan he's as a deputy, he's fine. He's capable. I think
he'll be like an Open Cup captain.
I think it's Ibra if he plays.
Yeah.
Especially with all the center midfielders we have.
But I think that's a Carrasco job.
I think it's Ibra number 1, probably Rahman number 2, and Jonathan number 3. But you might see those two kind of flip flop. Alessandrini and Jonathan both started, and Jonah got the captain's armband. So who knows?
Yeah, maybe that.
But it's clear. I mean, come on.
Jonathan's been so good. Like that last half a season where Gio was out. I mean, the dude's really turned a corner, so I'm okay with it.
I like the idea of it being a meritocracy.
Yeah.
I like the idea of it's like, look, Ibra is a leader and is one of our better players. Jonah appears to be a leader and is one of our better players. Alessandrini appears to be a leader and one of our better players. And those are your three captains. So alternated between the three with an obvious point to Zlatan as the number 1.
All right.
Oh, might turn your mic on,
That's it.
Mr. Professional.
That's all we got.
I do want to give a quick shout out. We did get an email from a listener. Hoping I'm pronouncing your last name right. Max Tussa, Tusa, Tussa. Our man lives out in Minnesota, and he kind of got a little mad that we kept bad mouthing Minnesota teams, but it's like, dude,
Yeah, because it's our fault.
your team's bad. But our dude's been listening since episode 16.
Whoa.
Yeah,
And
and
look at that
he's
episode title.
like, so Minnesota's been his team, but he's been a G's fan too. So, I just want to give him a quick. My dude, you sent out like a long ass email, so I cannot read the whole thing.
You paraphrase, summarize.
He did want to say though, although he's a Loons fan, he still loves the G's and listens to every show that we put out.
He invited us out there.
He's inviting everyone. He's inviting the Lars out there. He has an open house, so
Yeah.
I don't know how good of an idea that is.
That's not a good idea at all.
We are not saying you should go stay at his house because that would open us up to a liability if he turned out to be like a killer. But if that's something you're interested in, we can get you in contact and you can kind of sort that out on your own.
Yeah, if you want to go out and face the frozen tundra that is Minnesota,
It's your decision.
polar vortexes and whatnot. Anyways, but thank you, Max. We appreciate it. And if you guys want to email us, you can email show@riotsquadcast.com. If you have questions, if you want us to answer anything on the show, feel free to hit us up on that.
Keep it slightly shorter than our good friend Max's book.
Yeah. On that note, Chris, do you have a FIFA update for us, sir?
I do. By the way, episode 16 was Scrooge McDuck. I wish I could know. I wish I remembered what that episode was about. Hugo, the commissioner of our FIFA league, wrote us up a nice little wrap up for the first week of season 4 that we have going nice and strong. So I'm just going to read verbatim as best I can from his, and that's where we'll roll. So he says, season 4 update. The first 4 weeks are in the book, and at least 90% of the games are in by the time of writing. Shout out to Conference 2, which Chris Tucker is in, who was able to get all but 2 of their games in by time of writing, which was about 7:30 tonight. So for this season, he's going to do power rankings, top 6, and a write-up of the 2 groupings. But that'll be a little later in the season. So, in first place on our power rankings, we have Decline 44 with Liverpool, the clear favorite after winning the World Cup with Germany. He's sitting atop Conference 2, and which is in theory the stronger conference because of the teams that we have on our side. Granted, the players aren't as strong. He says with 10 points with Mohamed Salah, who has 8 of the 15 goals Liverpool has scored so far in just 4 games, my friend. Also leading the league with 6 assists and is currently running away with our MVP for the season. The only team to steal a point from him was Season 1 champion Uncle Sam, who is playing with Swansea City when they tied 1-1. His upcoming games are on the bottom half of the conference, so we can expect Decline to stay at number 1, at least going through next week. Number 2, we have Mazzatella with Aston Villa. Mazzatelli is a straight from the stands guy who is playing in our league, which is great. We kind of have, I think, 3 or 4 of the Galaxy podcasts represented. He has 10 points in Conference 2. Nothing spectacular so far out of his goal scorers, assists, and saves, kind of middle of the road. But he is undefeated with Aston Villa playing against Premier League teams. So it does deserve some recognition. In the next round, he gets Arsenal and Cardiff City, and he's going to play one of the other straight from the stands members in his next 4 weeks. His next round, we play 4 weeks per actual week. So he should prove in the next week that he deserves to be in the top 6. Number 3, we have your favorite boy, Jer Bear.
Oh, Jerry Bear.
Who is playing with Ed's beloved Watford FC.
Up the owns.
He's got 10 points. They're undefeated. Their leading goal scorer is Gerard Delafeu with 12. Who is currently the runner-up who is the runner-up last year in Season 3 versus Andrew. My man deserves his tiara. Jer Bear runs really weird offside traps. In his next 4 weeks, it has a rematch with Season 3 finale winner Andrew with Fulham, and Yanks Grana, who has QPR, is also doing very well. Number 4, we have Uncle Sam, who is playing Decline this upcoming week. Is Swansea City, also with 10 points. Only dropping points against the top player in the conference, Decline. He is second in the league with Narsinga. Don't know if I pronounced that right. Don't really care. Scoring 8 goals, 8 of his 10 goals overall. His next 4 opponents are bottom half of the conference, so he'll likely stay undefeated as well, but, we shall see. In 5th, we have M19 Flores, assuming that's a gang name, and Nottingham Forest, the only team in Conference 1 with 10 points and is also undefeated. The only tie he had came against Miko with AFC Bournemouth, who was a strong contender last season with Porto and looks to be able to keeping up. Nope, that's not English. Looks to be able to be keeping up with. Nope.
Just keep going. Just go on.
He's at number 5.
There you go.
Number 6 is Obiso Samuel, which is a great name, who is playing with Chelsea FC, also undefeated with the top 10, and only 10, and is only just below M19 Flores. Remember, gang name, because he has Chelsea and should really be undefeated. So he's below Nottingham Forest just because he's playing with Chelsea. All this is going to be on the website. We're going to do the write-up and post it to RiotSquadcast.com/FIFA every week. Honorable mention for this week was Burnley, who is missing a game due to one of our players. Our good friend at LA Galaxy Rumors had to drop out this season, sadly. Just didn't quite work out as far as schedules are concerned. But that's the only game that Burnley was missing. They likely could have also been at 10 points. But Hugo does also add... although he could have possibly been at 10 points with Burnley had he gotten to play that game, so could Fulham apparently, but Fulham is not going to be included because that's Andrew's team, and Fulham lost to Burnley. He just wanted to point that out especially. My beloved Newcastle, finally got Miguel Almiron from Atlanta updated to the FIFA League, and the moment we did, fucking winning games. So I'm back in this bitch, Ed. I got a chance pushing for the top 6 next week. It's gonna be good times.
Right on. All right, Benjamin, where can they find you on the social, sir?
You can find me at DT Radio Ben. Make sure you follow me. I'm going to be engaging more in Twitter. You can also...
You say that literally every week.
Hey, I said it twice.
Yeah, that was...
3.
No, it was only last week.
What?
Yeah.
I'm seriously paying attention to him.
I know. Damn. It's hurtful, Tucker. Email the show at riotsquadcast.com. You'll likely get a response now. So
That's every week.
Yeah, that's every week.
Okay.
Chris, where can they find you on the socials, my good man?
At ZeroCool138 on Instagram, Twitters, Untapped, Goodreads, and math, basically. Just math. Just math all day.
You can find me at EdTheZombie13 on Twitter and Instagram. You can find me on PSN at Zombinho13. That's ZOMBINHO13. You can find the show on Twitter, Instagram, Facebook. Just search Riot Squadcast. Please do us a favor, share our stuff when you see an episode out. Hit that share button, hit that like button, hit that retweet button. It's one of the best things you guys can do for us. Also, if you guys can go to iTunes and leave us a 5-star review, we'd much appreciate that. You can go to our website, riotsquadcast.com, where we have merchandise, we have the Patreon, we have the FIFA updates, we also have blog posts that are going to go up pretty soon. We have our sponsors up there, and thank you again to Away Days Football. You can go to the sponsors page, click it, it'll go right to the direct link. Use our promo code SQUADCAST and get 15% off there. You can give us a call, leave us a voicemail. If you have a question, comment, or anything, leave it at 562-641-5277. On that note, Squadcast Biggest Loser, you have 2 weeks until the competition is over.
Now is the time to start doing heroin and starving yourselves to death.
Just start juicing for 2 weeks.
That is literally the plan.
Yeah, as in juicing, I mean as in heroin. On that note,
to all of our Patreon subscribers, thank you very much. Everything you're doing to help the show is appreciated. It's a benefit.
And everyone that stayed with us on the live show, thank you very much.
thank you guys for interacting with us on the live
Thank you
show.
for helping us make sure that we got this thing fixed.
We plan on getting everyone out there on Patreon. We'll talk to you guys later. Bye.
Bye.
Fuck you, Brian. Suck a dick, bitch.